Good morning, world. What's going on? This your boy Casey for L King Self for Life. Wrestling Takes. Let's talk a little bit about Monday Night Raw. Your man saw it, and the one they called the Great One made his epic return like he always do to San Diego. I'm telling you, man, when that man pull up, you gotta sit there and you gotta listen to what that man got to say, because he's the man. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about that boy Dwayne Johnson, better known as The Rock. Let me tell you something. Now, that was a choice. The decision they decided, Triple H and them decided to do, to have him be out there with Jinder Mahal, of all people. That was a choice. And, you know, listen, I know that's what they did, and I get it. I'm pretty sure Jinder Mahal didn't give a crap. But this whole, we got to talk about the foreigners and all this nonsense. I'm like, listen, look, that was cool back then, but not now. I don't think we need to do all that, man. That, you know, but he had it coming. He was talking all that bull jive. And remember when Triple H had teased talk about a former WWE champions coming back, and it just so happened to be with Jinder Mahal. I said that's a choice, ladies and gentlemen. That was a doggone choice by Triple H. He made that goofy decision. Trust me. That was all Triple H. People were saying, oh, listen, him and Vince McMahon are in the same playing field, y'all. Like, I don't know why people don't want to accept that. H and Vince are two peas in the same pie, bro. They really are. More people may favor Triple H over Vince, but they all in that same bandwagon, if you ask me. So anyway, Rock, you know, talking, then he did a little singing, all this stuff. But the main, and then, you know, he had the rock bottom and all this stuff, you know. The main takeaway was afterwards what he said. He said, you know, I'm out here in San Diego, you know, I like to go to restaurants, right? But sometimes, you know, Rock like to go to bars too, right? But the Rock likes to sit at the head of the table. I said, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. He ain't teasing that for no reason. Now, the whole IWC is split because the whole deal is who has to quote-unquote finish his story. Let's go to Rose, right? Now the fact that The Rock came in and threw his ticket out there, a lot of people say, okay, how about we just go ahead and get him and The Rock out the way, him and Roman Reigns out the way at the doggone Elimination Chamber. I can tell you this, if The Rock is going to be in the Royal Rumble, he better not win that thing, because if The Rock win the Royal Rumble, whoo, all I got to say, get ready for Roman Reigns making it through a whole completely another year. I'm serious. They really are trying to do this. Bruno Santo Martino, or whatever the dude name is, the old school guy that had the championship for dang near 8 years. They want Roman to at least eclipse his first reign, not the one that he already do, not that one. I know dang well Triple H ain't that stupid. We're gonna try to have that title for 8 years. No, that's retarded. That's stupid. But at least they want him to go past Hulk Hogan. So that's what's been teased. They've been teasing that. They've been teasing it heavy. Now, like I say, I'm still going with Cody Rhodes to not only get Roman at WrestleMania, but I got him beating him. But like I said, anything can happen. Like I said, Triple H could change his mind at the heart of a beat. People talk about Vince McMahon was the only one to change his mind. No, H do the same thing. H does the same thing. Now, overall, Monday Night Raw, I'll give them this. They had some decent wrestling, but that first hour, outside of Becky and Nia Jax, which that might have been Nia Jax's best match she had in a very long time. Her and Becky, and the fact that Becky actually put her over. And I didn't realize that Nia Jax is from San Diego. So they actually was behind Nia Jax. And I like the color. I like the color that Becky had a little blood on her chin, representing about what happened. I can't believe this, y'all. 5 years ago, 2019. It was 2018. It was 2018, 2019. It was before WrestleMania 35. I can tell you that. When she had accidentally clocked her in the face and broke her face. I like that blood spot. I like it. You see, a little color is always good in pro wrestling. Not oversaturating like AEW does it, but Triple H, that's what we need. When certain things call for it, Let's see a little color. And I like that. I like that added touch that they did. She beats her. Now, they had 3 tag team matches in a row. I don't know. I don't know what happened with my man Vinci from Imperial. But the match between him and Ludwig Kaiser and Kofi and Jay Uso, I guess Kofi accidentally clocked him or something, and he got a concussion or something like that. The match was out of nowhere, just stopped. So because the referee stoppage, Kofi and them won. So then after that, we had a talking segment, Miz TV, with the Buck Dancer himself, R-Truth. I couldn't help but think back to when R-Truth actually had a somewhat serious gimmick while he was a heel, and him and Miz did team up. And I believe they were called the Awesome Truth at the time, if I'm not mistaken. And he had that man out there on the show, and he was just rambling, talking about why the Judgment Day ain't really, he's talking about it's a complicated thing right now. Like he's the guy that be doing PR for them, and just a whole lot of stupid stuff. So then here come JD Madonna and Dom. They come out there. Now Dom is from San Diego, right? And so JD started talking to top. I don't know what the heck is wrong with R-Truth. R-Truth, he needs to understand he ain't in the group. And then as soon as Dom started talking, you know the boos start coming in. Now listen, I'm not gonna be silly. What I'm gonna do, what I am gonna say is this. I'm gonna say that yes, they do he get booed. I'm not gonna sit up and say that all that is computerized. But here's the deal. The Bucktooth Beaver ain't there no more. So the Bucktooth Beaver is not there. He's been released. That's Vince McMahon's right-hand guy. The Bucktooth Beaver is gone. Kevin Dunn, he's out the door. So he was the main guy that would be pushing that doggone button, unless there's Bruce Pritchard back there pushing that goofy button. But every time Don tried to talk, they would boo the mess out of him. So if you want to say they just got backed into a tag team match, they had a match, and R-Truth and Miz won. Great. Then after that, we got the women's match. We got Ivy Neal versus Rhea Ripley. Ladies and gentlemen, the Casey Fair Wrestling Takes family. I'm telling y'all right now, that may have been Rhea Ripley's best match since WrestleMania. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. Ivy, I knew that Ivy Neal was going to be, listen, I was rooting for her to get that pay-per-view shot outside of Zoe Starks. I wanted that match to happen in Chicago. But man, when I say these women showed up and showed out, I'm telling you, they overcooked. Rhea and Ivy Neal showed up and showed out. To me, that was the best match on the whole show. It was even better than Seth and Drew McIntyre. Real talk. They showed up and showed. I said, go ahead, y'all. I said, Rhea, I've been asking Rhea to do this a whole title reign. I've been asking Rhea to give me something, instead of just running around here talking about mommy all day and poppy all day, all that goofy stuff. I'm like, show me something. Why are you the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion? Why? Show me why. Rhea finally did it, and I got to give Ivy Neal all the props in the world. Young lady is coming along. Does she need some character? Sure. But the young lady is coming along in that ring. I'm telling you, Rhea did a great job showcasing who that young lady was. They had great chemistry. I said, man, this is the best match on the whole show. I mean, they went at it. The women tore the house down. They was better than Becky and Nia, and they was a solid match. And then after them, we had the other women's tag team match. I guess this is for the #1 contendership for the tag team titles for the women's side of things. You got Carter and Katen. They was at some kind of wave or something, and Chelsea and Piper Niven called themselves trying to just come out of nowhere or whatever. And they was at the rave. It was something like this. Anyway, we had Tegan Knox and Natalya versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks. And I said this is the #1 contendership match. And Zoe Starks and Shayna Baszler are your #1 contenders. Then, like I said, this is when The Rock pulled up. Him and Ginger Mahal had their little thing. Oh, and then Cody came out in wrestling gear. And I'm like, okay, are we doing the match between him and Nakamura tonight? Cody, he was in wrestling gear for absolutely no reason. Came out there, talked about Nakamura, talking about Nakamura's in his way, and he's trying to finish his story and all this stuff. And then that's when Nakamura hopped on the screen. Cody, you know all that goofy stuff. You know how you do. So I'm thinking like, okay, are these fools from the wrestling tonight or not? Nope. Nope. Nothing. Like I said, man, I'm sorry, man, but Cody just don't do it for me. I know y'all gonna think I'm a hater. No, I'm just telling you the bold-faced truth. Babyface Cody does not do it for me at all, ladies and gentlemen. Nope, he does not. He don't do it for me at all. I told you, Cody, to me, is better as a heel. He's better as a monster heel. That's me. This whole, I'm trying to force him as the babyface, force him as the Super Cena, all this goofy stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good, man. I am. And like I said, man, I just wanted them to get that match out the way. But they said, no, because Nakamura's like, I'm going to make you wait another week, and I'm going to finish my story. And had Kofi sitting up, had Cody out there in the ring, in ring gear, ready to go. And Nakamura like, no, I'm just gonna have you come out there look stupid. That's pretty much what happened. That's pretty much what happened, man. I was like, okay, all right, next segment. I'm trying to see, make sure I ain't forgetting nothing. Yeah, okay, the main event. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the 18th millionth time. Decent match. It's just all the shenanigans that took place. JD and them, talk about Judgment Day, Damian Priest, all of them boys came out, ready to doggone cash in, right? Drew McIntyre said, no, buddy. He kicked that boy, and that boy went flying. Now you think, check this out. With all the mess going on, you would have thought Damian Priest would have had a clear road to come in there and cash in and win that championship. Nope. With all the shenanigans going on and all the foolishness and everything, and nothing, still nothing. And guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, your boy Seth Rollins retains the championship. At this point, man, I listen, Damian Priest, bro, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. You know, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But like I said, overall, Raw has some decent wrestling. The best part, obviously, you know, was The Rock. Now, like I said, the talking segment, the whole international foreigner, all that bull jive, I ain't care about all that. But just to see him, he's out there, and he said, I'm about to sit at the head of the table. Perfect. Perfect. That's what we want. Now the deal is, where are we doing it? Are we doing it in Australia, or are we doing it at WrestleMania? That is the question that we will find out come either the Royal Rumble or by the Elimination Chamber. We'll find out. We'll definitely find out. Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't got nothing else to say. I always appreciate the feedback. I always appreciate everybody coming through. Like I said, it's your man, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. If you got a comment, leave it. Make sure you like it. Make sure if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. And I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.